Hey, I'm Aldyn, and I am here with you for the week of September 25th, doing my card reading a little bit late this week. Kind of had a very uh, busy week, and finally have a couple days off after working, for like 2 weeks straight. So, anyway, here I am, and it is a beautiful fall day, and I have the cards ready. I don't know what they are yet, and this week we start out with the moon in Sagittarius, and I think right now it moved into Capricorn just a little bit ago this morning as of this recording. I guess by the time it uploads on YouTube. Not sure what time it will be because my upload speed is pretty slow right now. Then by the end of the week, the moon will be have moved into Aquarius, and the probably the most noteworthy thing that I'm seeing this week is that Pluto, which went retrograde April 20th, is going direct tomorrow, Thursday, September 28th. So yeah, that's really cool. Pluto's a really transformational planet. All of those outer planets, Pluto, Uranus, Neptune, they're all transpersonal planets, and have kind of generations born under one the planet being in one particular sign. But anyway, Pluto is moving direct in Capricorn, and so this is a really great time to zoom in on your higher self's life purpose, and where transformation is really concretely taking place, in regards to bridging your spiritual world with your physical outer reality. So really cool time with that. Trying to think. Oh, there's also Jupiter opposing Uranus, which is, I think, kind of exact on either Thursday or Friday. So that's been happening a few times over the course of the last while. And so yeah, that opposition, there's a lot of different interpretations. Some people interpret it more on a social level. I mean, it's an opposition, so it does kind of have to do, more generally like with interpersonal things. But Jupiter is a very like outward, expansive planet. Can have to do with spirituality, joy, money, and in TCM it actually has to do with the liver, so that's interesting. And then Uranus is generally very like sudden kind of. There's always like a sudden something, so I think the word sudden kind of sums up that planet most succinctly. Of course there's a lot more to it, but yeah, so this can be a good time to kind of reevaluate like where you make sudden choices that might have an impact, and actually or where you have in the past use different techniques to heal any kind of blame, shame, guilt, whatever that you have around actions or thought patterns, whatever that you've taken in the past that have felt like they just kind of happened without you thinking them through, perhaps, and like heal what happened, and to also use that for wisdom in the future of how you approach situations. Always kind of always listening to inner guidance, and coming from a place of peace, and practicing that, mirroring your upsets and all of that really does kind of make make perfect, like you're able to kind of be a spiritual warrior even in times of seeming craziness or whatever. And then that reminds me too that Mars is trining Pluto. So there's a lot of aspects there's a lot of things going on with Pluto, I noticed over the last, for, this week going into next week. So pay attention to that, like transformation, how this, seeming outer world is bridging with your inner spiritual world, higher self, rebirth. Can have to do with like death and rebirth too. But Mars trining Pluto, and I think Mars is in Virgo, I'm pretty sure, and Pluto's in in Capricorn again. So this is a really like powerful trine. So trines can generally be very like peaceful. Sometimes even cause like stagnation if you have it in your natal chart. But a nice like tranquil aspect usually. But there's a lot of energy behind this trine. Mars is a very energetic, forward-moving planet, and the symbol for Mars is a circle with an arrow going outwards. So that should tell you, and it's like the warrior and everything. Can be a very hot planet. Where it is a hot planet. So yeah, it's a great time to look at getting things done, but like organizing organizing your spiritual work in a new way with some forward momentum. And I think that's really exciting to think about, because you might come to some kind of a breakthrough with how you're implementing, your own practice in the day-to-day, moment-to-moment, and come to some new kind of higher order organization around that. And that'll hopefully, sink in one way or another, and help to continue to allow us to transform into our wonderful, perfect selves. So let's pull the cards. First card I've got is the Dreamer. Well, I'm feeling that, the Dreamer. This is very dark, can't see it at all. Okay, let's see. Bring my other little lights. Maybe if I do that, that'll help. Yeah, that's not so bad. There we go. Okay, so Archangel Metatron, and that's a cool like kind of rainbow thing around him going on. Butterflies, a dog, lots of wildlife here, perhaps a creature that we don't see in everyday reality, unicorn. So it says, and this is 0, so this is like kind of like the number. And a leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. Well, who doesn't love to hear that? It's like, ooh, what kind of a gift am I gonna get, kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of transformation going on, and Metatron can have to do with timekeeping too, like kind of going beyond time. And I see like in this picture all the different worlds, kind of like different dimensions coming together into one. There's also the I guess the Archangel, I'm not sure, like is like in the background, if that's him, and then there's a person stepping through the reality, or what the deal is. I guess that's it. Yeah, this kind of younger man in very, I don't know, like clothing from the maybe 1800s or something. Yeah, it looks like also, he's standing on like kind of on top of the world, like, but not necessarily looking down, because everything is there with him. The birds are there with him, his dog is there with him, unicorn, butterfly. But the world is kind of, he has a sort of a bird's eye perspective on the world right now. And I think, it's kind of like feeling that heightened vibrational feeling, and allowing like anything that will to come in, and then feeling it, if it does indeed enter your kind of inner, rainbow bubble, then paying attention to it and why it has, you've allowed like this thought in, you've allowed this opportunity in, or what have you, and whatever it is that comes your way. And feeling it out, if it is indeed, something that you're magnetized to and that you magnetized into your reality, see where it takes you. This could be a really lovely, exciting time of transformation in that way. And so I also get the feeling that time, is kind of expanding for us all. I think there's been a lot of pressing around time, with the seasons changing, with summer kind of ending. Summer can, for a lot of people, has a more like relaxed feeling. But this kind of, kind of like reminder that time is ever expansive and is an illusion too. So let's move on to the next card. Ego, Archangel Jophiel. A false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. But ego. Yeah, so hopefully you can see that card pretty well with the dude with his, looks like the same guy from the last card actually. Same guy. Very similar, like, color going on with the cards. So it's interesting. With the archangels up above, this one's on the side, this one's in the middle. Yeah, so his face is covered with a really weird mask that I don't really like. And so it's number 15, and I think this is just a reminder to everyone, going back to the first card about, how we trap ourselves like in time or in our finances. We feel like we have to meet certain demands, and this is a really good time to reevaluate that with the moon in Capricorn too. Capricorn's so goal-oriented, and we can get our desires and goals and kind of our material, our desires for material intertwined in a way that can be very fulfilling when we're doing our inner work first, or it can be actually having a negative impact on us when we're putting our needs outside of ourselves, when we're seeing that we need something that we don't already have. And so this is a great time to really pay attention and interrupt any of those thought patterns that come up, or any of those emotional patterns that come up, because it's a really wonderful time to feel supported right now, and to allow those kinds of motivations that have served us in the past, of fear that we're not going to have enough to survive or whatever, to really dissipate, and to allow new higher self motivations, the motivations that we get from God directly into our heart, to shine forth and to cast light onto, the next place, the next direction for us to go. You can like imagine maybe like a hologram or something actually shining on to a particular place, and you go in that direction. But so imagining that light that you see is coming from outside of you, that you don't already have it, is where the problem is, and where the ego really likes to try to take over and tell you all kinds of crazy shit that you don't want to listen to. So don't. So yeah, that's I think what I have to say about that. And number 15, I feel like, you know, the 3 and the 5, you know, 3 times 5, 15, and also I'm just thinking about different aspects of the number 15, and also 1, you know, 1 and 5 make 6. And so it's about balancing to me. It's about the fact that sometimes when we feel off balance, it's actually because it's just telling us to move more in and less out, because we're becoming unbalanced, because we're just feeling that we don't hold the balance inside of ourselves. And when we aren't holding that balance inside of ourselves, we're never going to find it on the outside. So, you know, going in and clearing blocks and all of that, so you can take off this ridiculous mask, that would be a good idea. Okay, so last card is 2 of Fire. 2 of Fire. Okay. My thumb shot out of the way there. And it's really dark. Having a hard time getting this card to show up very well for some reason. There, that's... Alright, I guess I just have to hold it that far away. So yeah, there's two gentlemen here, both have long hair, and I can't see too much else. There's like a dragon. Okay. It's 2. So yeah, 2 of Fire. There's a very, you know, cute, friendly dragon. This, you know, one guy on the left looks really happy with this dragon. He's kind of petting his neck a little bit, very affectionate, you know, smiling, and the dragon looks really happy about it. The other man's looking out into the distance. So they're kind of chilling. They're very happy and content, but they're also kind of ready to, like, you know, move forward soon. They recognize there's, like, somewhere else to go. So it says, you've come into your own new partnerships or contracts. Continue to move forward. This is great, you know, like, it's just like, you're chill where you are, but it doesn't mean like you're stopping. It just means like you really feel this sense of deep kind of rooted sense of self. You know, you feel confidence, you feel stable, you know, you feel hearty on the inside, like you're you, like all the chaotic, you know, negative illusion stuff isn't really touching your core anymore, and so you can really move forward, and also partner with your twin flame in new ways. So like just inwardly, like when you're feeling like a complete person, it's much easier to really love your twin flame from that place, and to just like see, you know, what the energy is like there, and to just always go about this journey with love as you move forward. So perhaps, you know, you've felt kind of stopped for a while in one way or another, and now you're feeling more forward momentum. And I think this also has to do with Pluto and the you know, the whole like life purpose exploration. I know with me personally, April 20th was around the time when, you know, I kind of changed my life purpose path of the near future fairly drastically, And so now, like now I am feeling much more confident and grounded. I kind of needed some time to um, put everything together, do a lot of inner work and all that. And now I'm not feeling so pushed to move forward, but I am moving forward. Like I just feel like it's happening naturally. And so that's like my personal like experience with it, but also as far as the feeling of your twin flame being with you, like it's just much more stable, and you can see that they're also walking towards the horizon just as you are, and how they're beginning to partner with you in new ways, even if you're not in contact with them. Your twin flame and you are always making core choices. So, um, whatever kind of healing work they're doing, and if you are with your twin flame, the same thing applies. So, being able to move forward together and see your steps, going towards whatever goal you have in mind, without feeling like the least amount of pressure. Is just it's like every step you take, you feel fully, grounded in where you are, but you're naturally just continuing on. So, a really cool time to feel the strength and stability from within and feel super empowered, and also be able to share your love and affection with those around you, with your twin flame, with your pets, with the nature around you. Um, and so feeling, a real sense of harmonization, which is of, the utmost importance in your twin flame union, feeling in harmony with love and with God, and that of course goes with then feeling that outwardly with all the love that you have for all that is around. So yeah, two of fire, and so it might feel like really chill and all, but there is fire behind it. So there is passion driving you, like a steady, slow burning fire, but the fuel of the fire is very strong. So just because something is steady and slow burning, don't mistake it, for being like puny or weak. You have, plenty to take you onward. So I think that that is about it for that card. And so look for really wonderful opportunities to enjoy some beauty in some new ways this weekend, with what's around you in the natural world, or perhaps like a museum, or something new, or some kind of new perspective, on a place you've visited in the past. Kind of refresh your senses as you've really stepped into a deeper sense of transformation here. So yeah, and I'm looking forward to the rest of this week, and carrying us out into the next. And I think there'll be a full moon in Aries, so that'll also be fun to start thinking about too. All right. Well, I love you all, and if you're interested in working with me on coaching sessions, astrology, flower essence attunements, crystal attunements too, I offer all of these wonderful services, and it's really great for helping you along your way into your harmonious twin flame union. And you can check out all of my info below. And please share and like and subscribe. Have a great week. Love you all. Bye.